Welcome back to another episode of Booth 2 with your host Danny and your host Vinny.
Hello.
Good seeing you guys again. It has been a little bit since we made an episode, just, life going on and both of us, one of us not being here, the other one being, having stuff to do. But today's the day where we're back.
That's right. I forgot what episode we're on.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't say it in the beginning. But me and Vinny were actually speaking prior to, starting this episode. We were talking about music, and particularly I showed Vinny a concert of the Eagles in 1977 in Washington, D.C., and let me tell you, one of the best live performances I've ever seen. I mean, what did you think about it when you watched it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Just the notes, the tone of the guitar, the sound. It literally sounded like the record, like somebody just hit play and then just let it play through the speakers, and these guys were like miming the instruments. It sounded so good.
It's a beautiful concert to watch. And what was amazing to me, because like even Vinny asked, he was like, has it been remastered? And I'm like, no, because I found the same video when YouTube was still YouTube Broadcast Yourself, and they just had like a video of these guys playing in this concert. And it kind of made me think of how music has, changed in terms of, I think passion is one thing, because
definitely one facet.
We listened to 3 different songs, and each song had a different person in the group singing. And on top of that, they were playing an instrument as they were singing, whether it be a guitar. You saw a guy in drums,
bass. Bass was doing it, yeah.
It was like, you could tell that these guys were extremely passionate about their music. Screw the fame and all that stuff. These guys were musicians to their core.
Yeah, it was their love for it. Yeah,
you could tell.
Yeah, and I think something with that in particular, I think with the Eagles, I do think they are a bit of an exception. I think it's very rare that you get like the Beatles are another one that I can think of immediately.
Yeah,
like where you have multiple people singing in the group, and you pointed it out too. Each song that they were singing, totally different vibe. You can see who kind of like led it and what, and I feel like now more so, there's almost like there's like this like egotistical aspect of it. I think
clout.
The clout. Yeah, it's so centralized and so like concentrated on one person and just that voice, and it's become more of like an image thing than maybe at the heart of it, where it's like that passion for the music, that passion to create and being inspired by something like music, and the overall instrument. Like it's like I feel like everything else has become more than that.
Correct.
It's like you look at like, granted it might not be a great example, but you look at like Daft Punk, right?
Right.
They're electronic, right? But they have the masks on, and in a way that became their image.
Yeah.
But the whole thing was to take away from it maybe a little bit of like stage fright,
correct,
not showing your face, but it's like it was more about what they were creating versus the image and everything else that might come with it.
Right.
Now it kind of feels like they lean into the fame, they lean into the popularity of it, and it's more of a social thing than it is
about the music. Yeah.
To where it was, I feel like, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, you did it because you loved it.
Yeah, it's a different, bringing up Daft Punk, like Daft Punk, when they first came out, people were amazed at the music that they could create, technically, like off of
the computer machines.
Of a machine, right? To where at the Eagles' time, it was just about a human being able to make, sounds with instruments, with their voice, with stuff like that. So to each their own, that's still an amazing thing that Daft Punk did. And the music is great. A different vibe entirely from, like groups like the Eagles and all those guys. But, if that's your cup of tea, it's still like an amazing, piece of music that changed a whole,
culture
and generation.
Well, because you made a whole new like subset of electronic music. I mean, prior to it was around with synths and everything, but you have this whole new thing coming out with it, and it changed it.
It changed it.
And I think too I think with the addition of the machines with laptops and everything else now, it's kind of shifted to where how you create the art in that medium is almost more hands-off now. I mean, like, I feel like you can spread it across different mediums as far as like painting, videography, film, and everything like that.
AI.
And with the AI, especially with the AI,
dude, you can make a sound. You're like, I want a sound of a piano, a sound of this, and a sound of that, and I want it to create a harmony in this style.
Yeah,
and just it'll be like, okay, yeah, shoot it out, boom,
and it's done. 30 seconds, dude. There was a couple bands. There's this guy on YouTube that I watch, Rick Beato, and huge channel. And he talks about, I forget what it was called, but it was this one band. It was an AI generated band. Everything from the songs, the press photos, and what have you, and everything. Right. It was all AI generated, and it's nuts because it was almost reminiscent of that like Eagles sort of vibe to it, that like yacht rock, if you would, but nobody did it.
Yeah.
And now you have this like really interesting point where you have art and a machine doing it for you. It's like you're not having that human element of it.
Yeah.
Timbaland, the producer,
right.
You know him.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of flack for it because he utilizes it. And a lot of people say it's lazy. A lot of people say it's like you're cutting into like other artists. And again, the whole human element of it. And
it's kind of gone.
It's gone, yeah. You know, you're not like, I think people get locked up in a room and can like play on the guitar. But like I was telling you, like, I can plug into my laptop. You get all these different sounds. You're not really fidgeting with the amp, as a boomer as it might sound, with the knobs and in the room, hearing it, feeling it. It's a much more different approach, and with other people too. I think is the other big thing.
Yeah.
You made a great point where, you know, being with other people and this like cohesion of, you know, 5 different people, 5 different egos.
Yeah.
Coming together to make something,
to make a sound,
and a uniform sound, and it sounds good. You're all happy with it. It's definitely something that's like getting lost. I feel like now more so.
I agree. But then on the contrary point, somebody could say, yeah, maybe it's lazy, but you have to have some type of knowledge in order to like do that. You know what I mean? Like somebody like Timbaland understands all the points of music and what you need to hear, right? He's just expediting his process.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of fidgeting and stuff, he puts it into a system that will spit it out, and then he starts fine-tuning it to where he wants to, you know, now this is the sound that he was looking for compared to the first draft of it.
Right.
And it is lazy, but I don't think when you're at that level, it's as lazy as you might think it is.
It's probably not. And it's, I think one thing with it, though, it might not be as lazy at that point, but the whole fidgeting and trying to get those like in betweens.
Of course,
I feel like that's where you get those happy accidents where it's you know what I mean, and you maybe miss something. Yeah, you know what I mean, and you're like, oh my god, wait, what was that? Go back to that. You know, and if it's already done and it's like you don't need to put the work in behind it to get there. Yeah, you might miss something in that middle ground that like
to create something new.
Create something new or something that you might have never thought of. You know, and it's crazy. Same again with the AI with the images. I mean, like, you know, watching some people here at the bar when they're like drawing. Yeah. You know, if you're just propping an image on top of it, like Photoshop, say, or something. Right. Again, you're right because it's like you have to know all of this stuff. You have to have some knowledge of it. You know, you're not dumb. Right. It's like DJs and producers. Like you have to know how to do the turntables and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's something that I'm curious to see where it goes as time progresses and where we involve it, how we involve it. Yeah. Do the younger generations rely on it more without really learning the skill?
Yeah. I mean, I think, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man.
That's the way.
The cookie I like it. But that's just the way that the generations go, man. We get lazier and lazier as, you know, as the years go on. But the crazy thing is, to get to that laziness, somebody has to do a huge amount of work. Like, how long did it probably take to find? When I first saw AI, it looked like garbage. There's like rough drafts. I don't even
remember AI.
There was rough drafts of it in the beginning, like showing like, you know, images that were automated by a computer. Mm-hmm. It was horrible. It was so blocky and crappy.
But you could just tell it was AI.
You could still tell now, though. Cartoon almost, dude, like a Roblox type thing. Yeah. And then, you know, somebody has to get in that system, fine tune everything, and you have to know a lot about computers and stuff like that. So like somebody puts in the work so the rest of the world can get lazy. Yeah.
That's how it always goes. We've talked about that before too. Yeah. It takes that one guy. They have to, you know, break the mold and put the work in. But I feel like it's like as we've gotten older, as generations progress, it's like you feel like less and less people are putting in the work because it's true. You don't have to.
It's true. I mean, for the whole music aspect, when I haven't heard of, you know, musicians that are really, really famous recently having that passion for music. Once they blow up, I feel like then it becomes more about the image
and that upkeep of it.
Exactly. You know, people do like stints, they'll change their image, the way that they look, and then that's what your main focus on. It's like, it's not about the song. It's not about what they're creating anymore. It's about what that person's doing in their, public life.
Yeah.
That they focus on.
Yeah, the publicity of it.
I don't know. It's really sad, and the same thing can be said for other parts of pop culture. Like films.
Yeah.
The films you saw from how many iconic films have you seen in the past 5 to 10 years that were about the acting or the story rather than what the film looked like? Like films like Avatar, right? Avatar, that was huge for its what it looked like.
The cinematography
of it. Like that. They created this whole world. It's all computer generated and motion capture and all that stuff.
I mean, again, that itself is an art.
It is.
I mean, I think that's an exception because I think James Cameron, again, great director. And, I feel like it's not just, I think we've seen with Titanic and other pieces that I can't think of right now, but like he knows how to direct. He knows how to make a movie that isn't just that.
True.
But again, you wonder how many other people will lean into that too much.
Yeah, and then it all just becomes about the computer.
Everything else. Do you think there's a difference between? I mean, you can't do everything. I can't do everything.
Right.
You have to rely on other people. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're better off for working with other people instead of just relying on that to sort of fill in the blanks?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so because then I think more thought goes into it.
Allowing other people getting involved with it?
Yeah. More thought gets into it. You're not relying on one person to do all the thinking because one person will have a one-sided mindset. They can only view things from their own way of viewing things. When you have 4 or 5 different guys, they're giving you all ideas, and now you can mend them together and make the best thing possible.
And kind of, again, missing that whole thing, like, what if you miss something, that other guy might be like,
catch.
And catch that and throw that in there, yeah.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Do you think AI would catch it? Do you think there's going to be a homogenization of thought with that?
I mean, depends how good the system is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's using all of human data to find the absolute best thing to do, then maybe it won't.
And then even then, it's like if it might be the best thing.
Yeah.
But what if you don't want the best thing? What if something else would be better? But you're just like going off of a calculate, like sports and stuff like that.
Yeah,
everybody's running like odds and stuff like that, and statistics.
Right.
But what if you put that one guy in there who's been cold for the last month? And he hits that walk-off home run, and now you're in the postseason.
Well, that's when it comes to human unpredictability.
Yeah.
Because we all have different things that we can do at different times.
Yeah.
Randomly, it's that, you know what I mean? Like they say, what is it? Even a clock that's wrong.
Oh, yeah, broken clock is right twice.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. And that's something that I don't think that AI could predict because... It's a human it's randomness. Whether you hit the lottery, how can AI ever predict like who's gonna hit it?
Yeah, what are the numbers gonna be?
It's all chance.
And again, at that point, it's like all mathematics. Like,
yeah, but even then, I don't think that you can say that this guy in Jersey is gonna hit it. And
it's gonna be this guy at this gas station.
How many tickets do you buy a week? Where are you located?
Yeah,
what gas station do you like? It's too many factors for that thing to just like pump it out
and give the exact.
Yeah. Randomly, it might happen. Maybe there's an issue in the factory.
Yeah.
And the ticket goes somewhere it's not supposed to go. I'm telling you.
Dude, no. I was going to say, that reminded me of the... do you remember the McDonald's and the Monopoly scandal?
Yeah, how can I forget
right,
that?
And you heard that? I mean, dude, you might even get that, too.
And it will happen.
And but then I feel like some people would be like, but see, if you had a computer to do it, you'd have more random generated than having a person concentrated on it.
True. But then it depends how they run their system. If it's run through AI,
maybe it's favored for them.
Exactly.
Dude, see, that's kind of the scary thing.
You don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
You don't, and it's like all the stuff that you can. I mean, I think that's the whole bigger thing of media is like how you consume it is like you don't know what's going on in the back end. You don't know like who's got their hands in it, and
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And then going back to the music, I was going to touch on this, man. For me, music is such a big part of my life. Like, I'm not a musician. I never looked into doing anything musical myself, like singing or playing a guitar or playing the drums or something like that. But every single day I listen to music and it puts me in a different place in my head emotionally, where I'm at in the day wise, helping me do different things
physically too. Yeah,
and it's like it's such a huge, and that's what upsets me about the whole it not being about the music anymore and being about like how fast can I pump out songs, albums, and just get like a good beat for people to bob their heads to, and like, there's no meaning behind the song and stuff like that. It absolutely it kills me.
It does, because it's something that's supposed to invoke feeling and invoke emotion. And again, I mean, you work out. Yeah. And I, when I work out, I mean, granted, now I'm listening to, podcasts and stuff like that.
Right,
but I mean, when you do like heavier weights, like for me, I would want metal all the time. Heavy, something like you want to get a pump on. Like, I knew people that would listen to like
badass music.
Yeah.
You feel like a badass when
like you were saying, like Eye of the Tiger, like something like that for me.
Puts me in the mood to work out.
It gets you in the mood, Yeah. I knew people that would listen to like R&B or like hip hop.
Yeah.
Never cut it for me. Yeah. But it's like, it's doing its job for you though. It's like invoking that feeling,
emotion,
and like that emotion, and you get behind the action. And like we were talking before, like, you go off to war.
Yeah. They play music.
They play music. Your religious ceremonies, music. Even if there's no like instruments, it's like the most natural instrument, your voice.
Yeah. In your mind.
Because
it puts you in that state of mind, right? Like, for example, like you said, Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
It makes me just think about that scene that is played in Rocky 3 with Eye of the Tiger. And I'm thinking about him doing all the scenes and working out and doing this and that, and it gets me pumped up. I'm like, okay, now I got to go work out.
Now you got that montage in your head.
It's a different thing. It could be, sometimes songs put you back into a certain place in your life, and then that gets you happy or sad. You never know, like...
reflective, pensive.
Reflective. Dude, think about like a song like Thunderstruck, right? It's like a heavy metal song. But for somebody in their life, they could have been listening to that song in a sad place. Something might have... They were listening to AC/DC Thunderstruck and they found out somebody passed away while they were listening to it. And now that song will always be sad for them, even though it's not a song to invoke sadness.
No, you've got the emotional tie with it.
Exactly. It's like, it's so many assets or aspects of like, you know what I mean? Of like, of music, where it's just like, it can take you in so many different directions, and it's just... It's insane, man.
It's
insane.
The senses in general. I mean, I can tell you, like, one of the first times, like, being a kid and being shown, because I feel like when you're a child, you're not really like privy to knowing what's like television and music. Like, you're not really going out looking for yourself. You're kind of like listening to what your parents listen to or watch and stuff.
Right.
I remember my parents showing me Evanescence and listening to Bring Me to Life for the first time. Mm-hmm. I remember the first time listening to Linkin Park's Faint off the Meteora album.
Right.
Jay-Z, Dirt Off Your Shoulder and 99 Problems, that album, like, just, it brings me back to those moments of being a kid.
Yeah.
And I can visually see it. Where I was, just from the sound of the opening chords of it, or the drum beat, or
brings you back,
and it brings you back, man.
It's insane,
dude. Same thing, like with sports when I played baseball, fresh cut grass, just takes me right back, dude. Yeah. Even the smell of like the dirt and the soil, like all of it, it just takes you right back, and you just transport it immediately.
Yeah, it's insane what pop culture, right? Because music is technically a part of pop culture. I'll say, can invoke in you. As far as memories goes, as far as emotion goes, not to use Rocky again as an example, but I told you earlier about a scene in Rocky 5. Mm-hmm. It's like the most hated Rocky movie. They say it's the worst. But to me, it depends on what kind of eyes you're looking through, right? If you're looking at it, comparing it to the other movies where it's all about, he's training to fight somebody.
Right.
For me, Rocky 5 was more of an emotional comeback for Rocky, because, he's down to his lowest point. He loses all of his money. He has brain damage. He can't fight anymore. And there's a scene where he goes back to the original gym that he trained at, and, it's like abandoned. It's all dusty. He like walks in and he sees like one of those old school brown boxing gloves, those fat ones, and he like dusts it off, and then he looks in the ring and he remembers a conversation he was having with his trainer when he was preparing for his first fight. And it's such an emotional scene, and it's not just the scene. The music that plays during that scene just makes it all the more emotional. And I think it's the score is actually called Mickey, which is the name of his trainer.
Right.
So with the scene itself and the music paired together, it just always brings me to tears. It's just tight, you feel what he's feeling in that moment, and no words have to be said from the character.
Or be sung.
I mean,
just the tone of everything, kind of, it just paints it perfectly.
Puts you in a certain place. And then everything does that. Like some people, you listen to the score of The Godfather, makes you want to put on a suit.
Yeah.
Smoke a cigar.
Smoke a cigar.
Smoke a cigar, have a nice little, whiskey on the rocks or whiskey or whatever. It just puts you in a different thing. You want to feel elegant. You want to feel refined. You want to feel like a mafioso or whatever. Just different aspects of music can put you in a different headspace.
Yeah. It feels almost like clothing too. To something, I mean, you say
Same
suits,
thing, yeah.
but suits. I mean, you put on a 3-piece suit, you're going to carry yourself a lot different
Gain
than
confidence.
Yeah, the a t-shirt and like tennis shoes or whatever. Like you're a completely different person.
Yeah. I mean, that's the crazy thing of everyday life. One small thing can affect your whole day.
Yeah, and also I feel like people's perceptions of you too, and your perception of yourself is like going to be completely different. And speaking of scores and movies, you ever see No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, of course.
That movie, not a lick of music.
Nope.
And I think in that great artistic choice, like you don't really see it that often in movies. I can't think of another one, but no music, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it almost paints that more like eeriness to it in a way. Like it's not a horror film.
Right.
I would say maybe a thriller, if anything, to some degree, but no music. And it just paints the tone of this like...
Well, you're on edge. That movie's made to put you on edge because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but again, it's like you don't even need the music to put you on edge.
It's
the scenes, it's the shot of it, the camera work, and everything, the storyline of it. Like you're just constantly just like waiting for it, you know?
Yeah.
That guy to just come in with that shotgun, or it wasn't even a shotgun. It was like a hurting gun or something.
Something like that. Well, the scene where he goes to the gas station and he tells the guy, he flips the coin and he goes, "Call it." He goes, "I don't know. What is it for? What are we calling the coin for?" It's for his life, right?
Yeah,
if he has heads or tails. And it's such zero music, and it's just so intense. You're like sucked into that scene. You're like, dude, is this guy gonna die or what's happening right now? And then he's like asking him. He's like, you know, the questions he asks him throughout the scene, you just get like more and more like suck into your seat and like staring at this thing. Like I can't take my eyes off. I have to know what's gonna go on. So, you know, in that point, that's when something else is invoking that emotion. It's not the music because it doesn't need the music. It's the human interaction that you're seeing, and like and the personal fear of like almost putting yourself in that situation because you're thinking like, what would I do? Would I call heads? Would I call tails?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Is he gonna care?
Am I gonna die?
That's
it. It's like it's just all semantics at that point for you.
It's crazy, and that's what I'm saying. In the last like 10 to 20 years, dude, I haven't seen something new that's just put me in that emotional state of like, dang, this thing is like the acting, the way that they're doing the scene. It's all kind of just put out for, you know, blockbuster.
Yeah, they're looking for that big hit that they know
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a little bit, you know, where the first one was about street racing and
an actual thing, like the culture of it. Yeah,
It just changed to more blockbuster type of, you know, going to space with cars and doing that stuff, and just it took away from the actual message of the film or the badassness in my opinion, right? Like
I would agree, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Those
like
first couple ones really like it was a very unique story. It was something that was more of like an underground, and they put like a limelight to it, and it became its own. It became a subculture that became like a big thing in pop culture. Right. And then again, I think it's like, you know, they're chasing dollars. You know, they're looking for the big box office hit to bring in money and everything like that. Because that's, you know, it's a shame, but it's like it's kind of that's what it's become.
It's a business,
and it sucks because it's like you shouldn't have to make art and stuff like that like your thing for money. You know what I mean? Like it sucks because it's like I love the beautiful thing of like veering off a little bit like capitalism and like the whole like societal thing of it. Sure,
yeah,
but it's like.
Then when it just becomes about the money.
Yeah, you don't want it to be just about it. Like, yeah, there's so much more beautiful stuff to life than just the chasing that dollar.
Yeah, you know? Well, I think, you know, part of it is being such a in the U.S. everything is fast paced, right? You don't have that time to kind of sit and smell the roses.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. That's what it's went to music, to, you know, everything. I mean, even look at the way we get our information. It's not even through news outlets anymore. It's not through newspapers. It's through social media. Yeah, it comes out.
Boom. Our food, fast food. I mean, it's
everything.
Like you're not even. How many people are cooking at home?
Yeah.
You know, either between meal preps or just getting something to go or DoorDash or something like that.
Bro, things that you should cook at home once. Like, for example, I'll give you a great example. Pasta. Okay.
Like homemade pasta. Homemade pasta.
When you are over a stove and you're boiling that pasta and you're making sure you have the right sauce, you're gonna make it from scratch. And then you finally pour the sauce on top and you take that first bite, there is something completely different to that than going to a freaking Olive Garden and going, I want a chicken Alfredo, and then it just gets put right in front of you. You can tell that no
care, no love, no passion.
Love. Everything's packaged, everything's frozen. They just put it into a pot, boil it, and then pour that sauce on top of it. And they're like, all right, get to the next one.
Bon appetit.
We got 5 other orders we got to do right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
it's
absolutely.
It's a different thing. Again, a portion of life that can take you to another place. Like, I know you love to cook.
Love it.
Do you go to a different place when you start, like, when you turn on that stove? When you start cutting
man.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, it almost becomes like methodical. It becomes this, like, I get, like, too hyper-focused sometimes where I can't even talk. But it's like, you know, I want to do everything right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you've got this
Perfection.
Food. Yeah. You've got this food that somewhere someone raised it up, tilled it, you got it to your plate. Like, you've got one chance to make it well, and you want it to taste good.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? You're putting all this love, the money you spent to get it, the time behind cooking. Yeah. It's like it's so much more impactful than if you go out. Like, and I think our line of work is a what is it when, like, you want to buy something that's like not like a luxury. There we go. It's a luxury. Like, you know, but I do feel like sometimes people take it for granted still, where it's like, you don't really appreciate maybe the cooks in the back that are like slaving over the fire and like preparing it. Like you said, it just ends up in front of you. And you don't think really anything of it. Like, you're like, oh, good. Now I get to, you know, feed my stomach and I'll be good. You know, you don't have the appreciation behind it to where it's like, and I think it something like cooking as well. It's like a lost art where
it's in the fashion that you do it as well, I think.
How do you mean?
Okay, when you have a meal that, like, let's say you go to a 5-star restaurant, right, where there's not too many seats. You know what I mean? Every meal has to be perfect because you have a reputation on the line.
Okay. I get where you're getting at.
Those guys have to cook as if it's the only meal that they're focused on, rather than pumping out 60, 70 cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, my God, like, I got to make sure that the little things that don't matter, like, you know, little toppings and stuff like that, to make the meal look beautiful. They gotta put some effort into that and make sure that, like, you know, like, this if I'm putting this out, this thing needs to be a representation of my kitchen rather than the reputation of, like, the restaurant. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like more of a personal
it's more of a personal thing, because now, like, oh, people know who the chef is. It's
more renowned.
It's more renowned, and there's ego that goes into it. But, like, I'll give you a great example. You've seen Ratatouille?
Of course.
Do you see the way that they make that rat, like, make his food with just passion, and it look like Ratatouille is like a crappy entree. Like, it's all vegetables.
Oh, well, it's a peasant meal.
Yeah, it's a peasant
meal.
And the way that he did it, pouring the sauce on top, you know, layering that little piece of vegetable.
Yeah, that little chive on it.
Bro, it brought you to, again, another place emotionally to where, like, this is like a beautiful freaking meal. Look at the way that this rat or whatever.
This rat
freaking prepared this thing. That was like passion into that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the passion gets a lot, like, really, really lost. Passion in general, in any portion of your life, I think, has gotten kind of lost in society today, because, again, we're so fast paced and we just want to, like, get to the next day and do the next thing. We don't take the time to smell the roses.
Yeah, it's tough because it feels like more so than ever you're, like, just trying to survive. You're trying to get ahead. You're trying to, you know, make your life better. And dude. And again, like I said, you don't really take the time to, like, stop and smell the roses and really enjoy the little things that we have, like even a moment like this, like just talking with somebody, you know, having a conversation with a friend and just, like, really embracing it and really, like, taking it to heart.
We're all so busy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Busy. That's just life. Oh, I got
this to do. I got that.
Oh, my God, dude. I mean, my whole day from the beginning of my day is about thinking what else I'm going to do after I'm done with what I'm currently doing. Like, when I'm working, I'm like, okay.
You thinking what's next?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I need to find time for the gym. Okay. When am I going to fit that in? Okay, then I gotta eat. What am I going to eat? Like, what am I thinking today? And then after that, I'm like, dang, I haven't hung out with this guy. Should I call him? Should I tell him to come over to the house? Should I push it for another day? You know what I mean? It's all just constant, like, what's going to happen next? It's no more like just, like, being in that moment. I'm just trying to get through. Constantly get to the next thing. Like you saw earlier, one of our coworkers was like, can you work for me this Friday? Now, when I get to Friday, I'm going to be thinking about getting to that shift.
Yeah.
After I'm done with mine, I'm like, how much time do I have to do stuff that I need to do and do this and do that and make sure that I'm doing my duties as a husband and doing, you know, figuring out what I'm going to eat for that day. It's like, it's constantly just life is moving, and you're just trying to catch up, run up that ladder, and then as soon as you get to the top of the ladder, you see that it got longer.
You're like, God, you got to build more steps now and then climb up on that, and it's just never ending.
Constant, man. And I think that's why people who retire kind of nowadays compared to before are so like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, well, yeah, you've been in that constant mode for 40, 50 years. Yeah.
And it's just, and that's why people get depressed.
I was going to say, yeah, people that like kill themselves or something like that.
Yeah,
or
they're like, I have nothing left to look forward to. It's all done.
Yeah.
My day is.
It's like, what purpose?
What purpose? Yeah. What purpose do I have other than getting my check every month and then seeing what I can do
with that money? And like, yeah.
Which is kind of, it's crazy because you get these guys that are ultra successful, but then again, they're not, even though they can do all this crazy stuff, they're going to this country and they have a house here and a house there. They don't take the time to smell the roses either.
And even they have the accessibility too.
They have it. Yeah. It's almost like an obsession of like, how much more are you going to get?
Yeah. And at what point is more enough? Like, is there ever
the question? Is it ever enough?
It's like human greed and everything. It's like you just want more money, and it's like, okay, you get more money, but then you lose out on the time, and you're not really going to enjoy that stuff anyway. So it's like, what was the point in the first place?
Of course, and that's how, I think that's how it goes for even major things in life, right? Like I got married, and a week later, you're getting asked already when you're gonna have kids.
Yeah, you don't really get to enjoy the moment of being married
because you're looking to that next step. It's like now you're married, you did step 1, you still got step 2 and 3.
Do you think a lot of it is like those societal steps that get placed on you? Like, okay, like, for example, like you graduated college, right?
Yeah. What are you going to do with your degree?
What are you going to do with your degree? And then you get the job. Okay, well then what's next? Like, I feel like there's that huge schedule that society has put on everybody. And like, you need to do this by this and then this by this. And, I feel like it's almost embedded in us to constantly be working like that, you know?
Well, at the end of the day, I think it's a part of life, and you're never going to be able to outrun it. You always have to. What was I about to say? I had such a good point. I was talking about, what was the last thing you just said?
Saying how it was like inbred in us, like that constant. You have that schedule of life to where it's like, you go to school, you graduate, you get a job, and then you get the job, you get the girl, you get married, you have a kid, and then
it is a
30 years of working for whomever, and it's like you retire, and then it's like, well, now what?
Yeah.
You never had a chance to really pursue any passions because you're pursuing the next thing because you have to.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, like I think about those super financially well-off people, and it's like, it's wonderful that you have the means to have the money, you have the resources, and you are able to enjoy it more, but I wonder at what point, like, having a family and enjoying your time with your family is one thing.
Yeah.
But I wonder too, like, for people that like might not have other passions, I think we've touched upon it before, where it's like, I love that I have music. I love that I have cooking. I love that there's other things in my life that it's like not just like, I feel like for some people it's just work.
Yeah, a lot of times it is, man.
And it sucks to like see that. And again, it's like, I wonder with those like ultra wealthy people where it's like, I wonder how many of them like enjoy fly fishing or painting or.
I think some of them do, but you have to have a different type of brain, I think.
To have a passion, or just like.
No, to be able to say like, I'm done.
Oh, I'm being like, this is good. Like, I can live on this, my family for generations. Like, I'm done with that.
Time to focus on playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And some of those guys do. I mean, you see these guys that are just ultra successful, and, they've set stuff up to where they're basically getting a check in the mail. There's no more having to check on stuff. Like, I've got it set up, I'm good. And they pursue their passions. And then that's all they do. They're like, what do you do now? Like, you see the interviews. What do you do now that, you're ultra successful? And he's like, I love going to the beach with my wife, my kids. I love painting. I love doing stuff like that. So I kind of just do that now. That is like, that.
I think that's the dream.
That is the dream.
Yeah.
To where you worked as long as you needed to.
You got it set up.
You got it set up to now you don't have to worry about survival anymore. It's survival aspect is done. Right now you're just basking in it, in your success, and doing things that you want to do. Look at like Mark Zuckerberg does stuff like where he does jiu-jitsu.
I was about to say, well, now, he's in like that whole like martial arts world.
Yeah, and he just does it, and it's his passion. And the guy, he's never gonna have to work a day in his life anymore.
No,
he's a billionaire.
He didn't have to for a long time now.
But then you get other people that are just constantly, it ain't enough. I need to be hungry. I mean, look at Trump. Trump is a billionaire before he was even a president. But he has that thing in him. He's like, nah, I want to show the world that I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm going to be president. And everybody mocked him for it, and he ended up doing it. Whether your opinion on him, if you like him or not, doesn't really matter. You can tell that that's a guy that I don't think anything's ever going to be enough for that dude.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Like unsatiable.
He'd be a trillionaire. He's going to be like, what am I going to do next? I'm going to be the president of
space.
Yeah, the moon. He's like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it could sound nuts, but the guy, it's not enough. And maybe that's an ego thing, and that's like
I think that's a big
insecurity in yourself of like, I need to go the absolute farthest I can possibly go. And then, even then, I don't think it'll be enough.
Yeah, I was going to say,
there's certain people, certain people where they have their limits, and they're just like, or not even limits. They're just a level of happiness that's like, they're like, I'm good. And then you'll have those guys that are constantly chasing, no matter how big they get, no matter how high you go.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it just depends on the individual at that point. It's not even a societal thing.
No. Do you think if society was more like how it was like 200 years ago, or, like you have these conveniences allocated for you now where it's like, we don't need to go hunt.
Yeah.
We don't need to create our own clothes. We don't need to do these little things. It's all done for us, right? Now it's us searching for the money to afford those things.
Correct.
Do you think if we were to go back in time in that regard, and instead of going for money, we would have to go for
things of survival.
Do you think it would be a better situation, maybe mentally? Do you think like our actual thought of survival, do you think how we would feel? I feel like I'm like not properly like
I
asking the
understand what
question.
you're trying to get at.
You get what I'm getting at?
Yeah, because you're going towards a more, there's more pressure in survival, but not based on the money aspect. It's
like
just
if real survival. Like, do you think if society was built up like that, do you think it would be like we'd have like a different approach or like a different feeling of
definitely.
Like maybe the animals are herded a little bit, but like you got to go out there and hunt them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, do you think you'd have like more?
Yeah, you have new skills that you have to develop. You have new things that you need to learn how to do.
Yeah,
it changes you as a human. That's why humans have evolved, right? In terms of attitude and the way that we approach issues and stuff like that is because our lifestyles have changed. Things become more accessible to us.
Yeah, and I think also too like. It'd be pretty damn tough to like expect. Well, I mean, you have Renaissance men. I was going to say like, I feel like it's got to be difficult. One person can't do it all, right? To some degree, but I feel like humans are also very knowledgeable. Like we could learn how to do a lot of things.
Correct.
I mean, they used to make their own clothes. They used to grow their own crops and till their own things, and make their own meals and everything. Like it wasn't always like this.
Yeah,
they used to. So it's like, I feel like we could, in theory, like
humans are too much. How do we get ahead?
Like
it would
least resistance.
Let's say we went back. Yeah, let's say we went back 200 years.
Yeah,
you're gonna get it back. You're gonna eventually get to the point we are at now because we're just constantly thinking of how to improve.
Yeah,
in every aspect. Think of it. If you go back 200 years, there's no more stock market. There's no more any of this stuff.
No, stock market's been around
for 200 years.
Yeah, I think the original stock market was like 1600s with the Dutch.
Oh,
that was the first inception of it, if I'm not mistaken. And then it moved over to British East India.
But are those guys going out to hunt?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going out
in the
something.
1600s, right? Those guys were business guys. They were politicians. They were this
you still had it then.
Then you had aspects to life where that stuff didn't matter to certain people because they're like, I have servants. I have this. I have that. I don't need to hunt. I got a guy that goes hunts for me.
Yeah, true.
We're too much taking advantage. It's always about how can I take advantage of this situation. All right,
take advantage or make it better.
I think a little bit of both. That's how it is, man. Eventually, you get ahead. You make a little bit more money because let's say you hunt, and then these guys are like, hey, man,
you've got some extra cow.
I'm kind of tired of hunting. Do you think you could hunt for me, and I'll slide you something a little bit on the side just to get this extra piece of meat, and then you make a business out of it, and then you're like, now I got 3 hunters on it. It's just a whole.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Of how it goes to, and then those guys are like, I hunted for 20 years. Let these 7 other guys that are under me hunt for the rest of my clients or whatever, and that's it. And then you get to the point we're at now. Isn't that insane?
That's nuts because you think about it. It's like, man, how deep does this go?
It goes really deep.
You got to like the Egyptians, the Babylonians, like all.
They had slaves.
They had it's just nuts.
That's how it goes, man. And that's how you goes, and that's how society will always be. We're just wired like that, bro. Whether you want to accept it or not, we're always going to.
That's not who I am.
Ahead. Yeah.
No, but it's
nuts unless you're like the Amish.
Yeah.
And then that's the
and I feel like even then, I feel like they've like lessened up a lot of their.
Well, they have little trials where you can leave for 2 or 3 years.
Well, yeah. That was a whole TV show too. At one
it
point.
was, yeah. And it's like 200 years ago, you didn't have that.
No.
Maybe I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but I don't think so. I think
I couldn't imagine.
Just
no.
like nope. Like
Ezekiel, get back in here.
There's no outside world. This is it. You don't need to experience it. It's a heathen thing.
That's nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy to think how deep it goes, and man, I don't know.
As I was explaining it, I realized the downward spiral.
What do you mean?
Of when I was saying that guy's gonna have another guy that says I'm tired of hunting, go ahead and hunt. It's like, dang, dude, that's how we think. That is a human thing.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah,
I've done it already for so long. I'm done. Yeah.
Finished.
Which I mean, I don't know. Like you have a prime of your life. Like it only makes sense. Like you're not going to keep up with some like fast animal or something. Like you got to get the young bloods in there to kind of like pick up in certain avenues, and then you have to in turn shift. It's.
Isn't it crazy that people have different prime in their lives as well? Somebody hits their prime in their 20s, another guy is in his 60s.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? That's insane.
Maybe not physically in their prime, but
maybe
like just kind of.
Maybe. You never know, bro. There are some guys that are like, yeah, I didn't start, doing these physical stuff until I got older. And then I strengthened my body. I got better. Now I'm faster than I was before. And I just trained and trained and trained and trained. And it was, in my 20s, I looked like garbage compared to my 50s. And you see a picture, you're like, dang, yeah, you're right.
That's
you pulled on 60 pounds of freaking muscle. He's like, yeah, it was 110 pounds when I was in my 20s, and now I'm 170, 180 lean. And you're like, what the That's insane.
That's crazy, too, especially for a guy, you think, with testosterone and everything. Like you losing it as you get older.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, like, everybody has different primes in their life, whether it be business prime, money prime, physical prime, emotional prime. Some people, aren't emotionally developed until, like...
Later in life. Or maybe not even at all.
People go through stuff. Yeah, people go through stuff, and they're like, yeah, I used to be one way when I was in my 30s, and I'm in my 50s now. I'm a completely different person. And you're like, dang. It took you 50 years to get to the prime emotionally. It took you 30 years to get your prime physically. It's different times in your life.
For different things, too. Yeah, everybody's got different primes.
Life is a crazy, crazy thing.
And I mean, dude, it's nuts that you don't get it all at once. And honestly, I don't think you should. Because if you did...
What happened?
What would happen? You wouldn't know what to do with it. You would just be like...
You'd just be depressed.
Yeah.
Like, I hit everything at the same time.
That'd be boring.
Yeah, because now you're just done. Pretty much. I mean, you don't got nothing else to look forward to.
Yeah, it's like
nothing
retirement.
To build. Again, it goes back to building something.
Yeah.
Building yourself, building your business, building your, your brain, your heart, your emotions, all that stuff. If you hit it all at the same time, what's left?
Yeah, it's that constant uphill.
Yeah, you're just a pompous asshole.
Yeah, because nobody likes you. It's like, get this guy out of the room.
That's it. They're just like, what else you got, man? What are you working towards? Nothing.
I'm just chilling. Yeah, I've done it all.
I was 205 pounds lean at 35. I built my business to a $7 billion business at 35. I had a spiritual awakening at 35. Like, jeez, bro, what's left?
You got nothing. Just go quit. Just quit life.
That's it. And that's what you're always building towards something, even if you don't know it.
You think even on like a subconscious thing you're kind of building?
Oh, bro.
Do you think you're building to something negative possibly, or is it always like this more positive sort of like reflection and kind of like...
I mean, that depends on your psyche.
Like a self-deprecating kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like a self...
you might have been fine in your 20s and you hit your 30s and then you had like a psychotic break.
That's it, he's gone.
That's it.
Turned to meth and then he was gone.
I mean, and some people don't.
It does happen, though. It does happen.
Yeah, it could be good or bad. You don't know what you're building to. You don't know if you... It's all about how you react, right? I mean, some people will look at one situation from negative eyes, and the other one's going to look at it like a positive thing.
Yeah.
It just depends. Again, that's your whole individualism, like, And it's nuts, dude. I think going back to like societal stuff, I think the worst thing that, I'm being hypocritical because I'm doing a social media thing right now, but I think social media is the absolute worst thing that could have possibly happened because everything is at your fingertips. It causes laziness. It causes information to be passed to you sooner than it should be. Like in terms of being too young and seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing when you're 10 years old, 11 years old, and all that stuff. It's right there.
Do you think though? I don't know, man. Like thinking about a 10-year-old in like ancient Egypt. Like, you mean to tell me there wasn't a 10-year-old like spying around, like looking at windows, like looking at open windows of women getting naked, or maybe it wasn't even like polarized to where it's like
to back then.
Yeah, like I'm curious, like at what point is the
It's a hell of a lot better than being able to do it at any second of the day.
Well, yeah, no, that's a whole terrible thing, dude.
Like you could wake up and just boom,
wanking it. Boom. That's your alarm
like
clock.
8
Just
times a day, like, you know what I mean? 8-9 times a day, and you got doors that lock. Now, back then it was kind of open world.
You gotta put a sock on a door to let them know like what you're doing.
They didn't have socks, bro.
Oh,
you're right. Sandals.
He's like, the flip flops on the door.
That's it, dude. I'm telling you, they didn't have doors, bro.
They didn't even have doors
They
now.
didn't have doors, bro. What doors? There's no knobs.
You just pop your head and
There's nothing. It's just a
just duck
walkway.
out.
They just had walkways. There was no doors. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you had to be creative back then.
Oh, you're getting behind a bush.
Dude, yeah. It's like...
He's like, why is the top of that man's head on that bush rocking back and forth? just
a... Oh my God, dude! Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I think it's just a really, really bad thing, and it causes division. It causes people to speak out that I think nobody needs to hear your opinion. Like back then. Okay, I'll touch on a small thing, politics. Okay, I think back in the day,
I'm going to touch on a small thing and names.
No, it's a big thing, but I mean like a small thing in this aspect of like. Politics back in the day, people didn't used to talk about it. I mean, there was a saying, you don't talk about politics at the dinner table.
Well, politics and religion, I feel like are always
you leave those alone.
Yeah.
And now, everyone tells their opinion. You'll see a post with 2,000 comments, each person saying their opinion on it, and then people end up fighting, people end up arguing, and it causes so much division. And it's just like, you didn't have this back then. Like people were talking, maybe like under the table, or talking, talking to this guy, be like, "Hey, do you think this is right?" And he goes, "I don't think so.
I don't know about that."
And then you're like, "Oh, okay, so this is this guy's opinion." Now you know 1 out of freaking 8 people in the office's opinion because it was just
Posted
something.
on
It was And
well, do you think it's social media's fault, or do you think it's like a social etiquette of it?
I think it's social media's fault for giving the platform to do it.
Yeah,
but it's also people's fault themselves because everyone wants to be the main character.
It's like that Andy Warhol.
Everybody yeah, exactly. And everybody thinks that their opinion matters and it's going to have weight and this and that, and it doesn't.
I think it does. Your opinion of me matters more than what I would see on the internet.
No, yeah.
Our interaction, I do think people...
But that's because we give each other value. You understand?
But that's...
I value yours, you value mine.
Yeah.
It makes it matter in general.
Right, and I think that's what I was going to say was like, I feel like you have people looking for validation through other means as opposed to the core of your life, which really matters, your family, your friends, your loved ones. Like that's, your opinion does matter to those people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you think, so much what you said, like, do you think anybody cares of the other 800 million people that are posting on this thing?
No.
And like, do you think they really care?
No.
Unless...
If anything, they're looking for, similarities. They're like, this guy thinks like I think.
Yeah, and then you get the whole echo chamber, and it's like, it's never ending.
The whole thing, man. I just... like, I'm telling you, again, even politics, dude, you didn't even know what was going on until you turned on the TV and watched, like, the president speak.
Yeah.
Or, like, presidential debates and stuff like that. And then you got into it, and then you voted, and then you did your thing, and that was it.
And then even then too, I mean, the whole thing with presidential debates, who was it? Was it Nixon on the first one where he's like sweating? Who was it with Kennedy? Yeah, who was it? I forget.
Sweating.
He was sweating bullets. This man, he said he looked so disheveled, and you had like a young Kennedy. All the ladies were like, he's going to be my president.
Yeah, exactly.
But even that, it's like, it's prior to, you had people reading newspapers.
Yeah.
Finding out like a day or two in advance later.
Bro, the stock market was just in the newspapers.
The ticker. they had a ticker thing on that glass tube thing. There's like, you know what I'm saying?
We got Robinhood. And you're like, what's the stock at today?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Those guys were literally waiting. They're like, oh my God, I need to get this morning's paper because and it wasn't even in real time.
No. By the time that you got it, it's already open.
Oh my God, it's been 2 hours. I wonder what it's at right now.
0. You have no net worth. You owe the stock market.
You just ate.
Could you imagine that? That is
so depressing. Dude, your whole net worth just went to 0 because you were 2 hours late to grabbing the paper.
God. So that happened to somebody probably.
Hundreds of people, bro.
Guaranteed.
Hundreds of people. They're like, I'm nowhere near like somewhere where they deal in stocks. Like my only thing is like the paper, and then I gotta call my stockbroker and then tell him I need you to make some changes right now. God.
But see, I feel like that's the benefit to.
That is a benefit.
It's a benefit. You're absolutely right. But again, it's like, I feel like it's not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Our phones, technology.
It's over now.
It's. I don't think it ever was.
You can't regress.
You can't regress. Yeah, that whole Pandora's box has been open.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we have the choice to watch porn or
do your thing.
Make a podcast or something like that. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's the freedom to do it.
Yeah, it sucks, and I think that's where, and I was gonna like circle this back to the whole like survival to survive versus survival for money, where it's like, do you think we're better off consciously for it? Because it's like to understand like what the evils are. Right. And like, you might be easier with like streamlining with jobs and stuff and like paying people and stuff like that. But we're better off learning all these skills. Like, do you think that's being a more well-rounded human?
What skills are you referring to?
In the sense of like making your own clothes, learning how to pickle things and preserve things and like learning how to cook and like all those other facets of life.
Right.
Right. Like, I feel like you have a much more fulfilling avenue of life with that. And it's like similarly with the technology, I feel like you could get a more fulfilled life utilizing it and not necessarily like,
just pushing
doom scrolling and or pushing it to the side or just kind of like,
Yeah, but how many people in the world will actually use it for that?
Not a lot.
That's the issue.
And no. And I think that's where it's like that whole conscious thing of it where like you have to be aware of what the issue is. It's like a 12-step program. Like, admitting you're wrong or you have a problem or something like that is the first step. That acknowledgement of it, and then it's like, okay, well then it. Then how do you do it? How do you address it? How do you fix it? How do you really just utilize it for a better purpose? Because I don't think it's like a knife. You could kill somebody or you can cut up a beautiful steak.
Yeah, it's what you. It's the way that you utilize it.
Yeah,
and. Like I said, sadly enough, man, human beings are just inherently lazy.
They are.
And then you're not going to use it to change the world or to make your life better. You're just using it as a way to
as a tool. And unless you're like that one person. Again, it's like that one person to kind of go outside the box or just kind of like doing something else. It's definitely more of a rarity.
Yeah. I mean, dude, look at something like freaking walking. Most people don't even want to walk anywhere anymore. I mean, dude.
That sucks. I love walking.
I do too, but like, dude, think of it this way. When humans first started using horses, there was probably a guy that was like, what a lazy bastard. what a dick. Look at him with his horse, like, trolloping over here and galloping and doing all that. He's like, just walk. What's the problem here, man? I mean, the horse.
You got legs.
You got legs. Use them, dude. What's the point? Like da da da. And then then you start getting into the the locomotives. Like, what a dick. He's driving a car. Use a horse, man.
Come on.
Like, yeah. It's the same thing.
It's
the same thing.
It's like the grandparents like yelling at the kids, and then the kids become the grandparents, and it's just this
this circle, bro.
It's this circle of life.
Each time, like you're talking about what, like now you have self-driving cars. You know how many people don't like them because they're like,
I hate it.
Yeah.
The whole concept of control. Like dude, give me the horse. Give me the Model T. I don't know, man. Like, I want to be. It's like you want to drive.
Yeah, but people are inherently lazy.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Nah, this is great."
Bro, I love my brother-in-law to death. His favorite part of that freaking car, he has a Tesla, is the self-driving.
Is it because he drinks?
No,
the drinking.
No, it's just like, hey,
it's a cool.
I gotta just put my hand on the wheel to let the freaking thing know.
And he's like, all right, we got a person
change the lane.
Still.
It has sensors. It'll do it.
Yeah.
It'll take me from here to Sacramento, and in an hour, I don't even like. It's fine. Like, it just does it for me.
He doesn't do anything with it. He doesn't touch the wheel or nothing.
He does, but he just loves that aspect of like like he's like, I could just turn this thing on and then
that's kind of
it just goes. It just goes, man. It has these sensors and stuff. Like literally, you can see a car coming from like 10,
like
20
behind
feet
on the right?
away. It shows a freaking thing of like a car, and it's like an image of like from up top. And you see that there's 4 lanes, and it shows you all the cars going in. How is that possible? You're in the left lane. There's 3 other lanes here. It shows you, boom, 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 3 other lanes.
That's nuts.
Each car passing as it's going. So it's like, it's great. He's like, yeah, it's perfect. I don't have to worry. And then it says like every freaking minute, 2 minutes.
It's like adjusting
like,
as it goes.
Yeah, it goes like, please touch the wheel to let Tesla know that you are still there, and then you could touch the wheel, and that's it.
Every like 2 minutes though.
It's pretty annoying.
I was gonna say that seems like an annoying feature, but
if not, you're gonna.
Oh my god!
You're like, how did I get to Utah? Like, you know what I mean? It's just humans are inherently lazy. That's it. That is it. If we weren't, now imagine a world like that.
What?
Take that human aspect of laziness out. There's no more lazy.
Yeah,
like zero laziness.
Yeah,
none. What would society look like? Would we have even moved forward?
No.
Yeah, would we be advanced?
No, you make a good point. I'm thinking about it now with the cooking aspect of it, because it's like, no, but like a Roboku and like a food processor or like a blender or something like that. You'd be
rubbing sticks.
Yeah. The laziness, dude.
There's no
like,
level of adjusting. You're burning everything. What medium rare? You're not going to turn the stove
It's well done.
You're out here blowing on the fire.
You're getting a leaf just like fanning it.
That's it. That's it. That's another thing, bro. We got lazy with fires.
You got to, you make a good point.
We got lazy with fire.
Well, is it lazy or more controlled?
It's lazy.
No, I think it's more controlled.
You can't even start it anymore without gas.
Okay, well, yeah. That's also more efficient, though.
Yeah, but it's lazy.
No, it's efficiency. There's a difference.
I don't know.
There's a huge difference, though.
What? Okay, the random idiot that wakes up on the 2 p.m. and he's like, I want some eggs. He just turns on. You think he appreciates the efficiency of the fire?
He's appreciating that his food's going to be
He's like, it's done. Microwaves.
Oh, God, I hate the microwave. Though.
Microwave.
Yeah.
What do I need?
You don't even need an oven.
Do I need to really like make some dough and put some pasta sauce and make a pepperoni pizza?
Chef
I got DiGiorno.
Mamma mia.
That's it. Put it in the microwave. I'm good.
Okay, but that's lazy. I don't think that's efficient.
But then
it is and it isn't though, because
microwave
then it's not
efficiency.
Yeah, no, but then it's not healthy though.
Who cares?
But yeah, but I care, because that's where you get sick.
Care.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But
okay.
The majority of society.
I don't think that's. I would want to.
People drink beer through their ass. You think
they siphoning it?
Yeah, that's a way to get drunk.
I know it's a way to get
drunk. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, you think he doesn't care? He doesn't appreciate
He's like,
it.
I'm just trying. They're getting toxic shock, and they're dipping their tampons in vodka.
That's it. Like, dude, we're inherently lazy. The guy doesn't even want to drink it.
He's like, I just want to get drunk.
He's like, screw it. It's like, it's even more effort, technically.
At that point,
if you think about it.
He's got to get lubed up and everything. It's like a whole process.
Dude, it's like
he gets an enema.
We are a beer enema.
A beer
enema.
A bear enema.
It's just the way we're wired, bro. Like, it is in terms of one aspect efficiency.
Efficiency, no, but there is the laziness.
But the daily use of it is not for efficiency.
No.
It's for laziness. Look at this shit. The stupidest thing.
I hate a straw, dude. I don't get. To me, that makes no sense.
Look, some guy was like, man, I am tired of picking this frickin' thing up and putting it to my lips. Gotta be a faster way.
What if I could?
He's like, what if I put a hole?
How do we siphon this out of the glass?
I wonder what the first straw was like. Like, what was it, made out of wool? Like,
hey, what are you doing with it? It had to have been plastic. No, there's no
hair in your fucking. Like, the hole's fine, but we gotta make it out of something else.
Honestly, bro, I wonder. Like, you see those like pan flute guys, the Peruvian pan flutes?
Yeah.
Like, they had to like hollow those out. Like, I wonder if I don't know if they had cups, but maybe wood.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a wood straw.
Yeah. And then they just refine the process of these little plastic things.
You getting splinters as you're drinking.
Going somewhere, you're using paper straws now, but.
Yeah,
let's not get into that.
Straws in general, dude. I just don't see that. All I think of is I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry when Adam Sandler's the vampire, and he's like, "You're clearly the woman." He's like, "You're wearing makeup and you're using a straw. Why?" He's like, "I don't want to smear my makeup." There you go.
That's my thing, dude. Little things like that, dude. Pens. You used to have to dip it in an inkwell.
Okay, yeah.
And they're like, "I'm tired of doing this."
It's a whole ordeal.
This is really
SpongeBob.
It's the same thing, dude. Everything had a very simple, well, I won't say simple, a way to do it that nowadays, it would not make a huge difference. If I had to just ink that thing in, put a
the feather
ink pen
and everything, or the ink pen
into an inkwell.
Yeah.
and write, I'm still going to be writing. Yeah, every 10 minutes or 10 seconds, I don't know how long those things last, you'd have to dip it back in, but I'm still writing.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem as efficient, though. Like, that's... okay, that's like a tough thing, because it's like, yes, I understand the daily use of it is lazy.
Would it make a huge difference in your life? A huge difference.
Now, no. Now, no. Because, I mean, we're typing. You're like this. You're not even using ink, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I get you. I do agree to a huge stake where it's like humans are inherently lazy.
The typewriter.
You're looking...
You started typing.
Yeah.
The
honestly,
thing was that
but it was ink, though. But it was ink. You had the ribbon in it.
Correct.
And now the laptop is just a better thing of that, where you're not using the ink.
Yeah.
It's the screen. Like...
But then look what industries will lose out on.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's going to be the
people
cycle
that made
of it.
ink and did all that
typewriters,
stuff.
the mechanical aspect of it.
Electronic stuff is booming.
Yeah.
But then the guys that were in the ink industry just... How many people lost their jobs? Like, I used to make inkwells.
Like, now they got
nobody uses it anymore. Ink. Yeah.
It's like a vinyl player or something like that.
It's like
I mean,
somebody's got to go up, the other guy's got to go down.
Yeah. No, that's that whole ebb and flow of it. You know, it's just like...
Back then, the feathers. Maybe there was a company that would issue feathers just for those inkwells.
Oh, that's a good... I didn't even think about that.
And they're gone.
No, that's probably like feathers from like a bird outside or something.
You think each idiot would be running out?
I don't know. They're trying to catch a pigeon.
Get over here. He's like, I'm out of feathers.
Somebody get the chicken from the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody had a business, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that's yeah, because, again, you're just trying to fill it in at that point. If not,
we should have went back to that time and did that. Just had a whole thing, freaking giant, feathered birds.
Just locked up in a cage and
just sell them. Just each time you need 10. Boom.
Got it.
There you go.
I wonder how that worked.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you have it you had an old like writing stationery set and everything.
Yeah.
Like it was more of a to do, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was like you had the whole cupboard, the ink pen, the ink thing. You've got the stamp on the letter. It was like flying. It's like wearing a suit. Like back in the 60s, they used to wear suits when they would fly.
Yeah.
It was like a whole ordeal. Now you got Spirit Airlines and...
Yeah, look at that stamp thing that you just talked about.
Yeah, dude, that little like wax thing on it, your emblem, your family. Boom. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No.
You got postage stamps.
No, yeah.
You got stamps with Tinkerbell on it.
Those are worth a lot.
That are printed. And they cost. They're up there.
They're up there, dude. I think at that point I'd rather the stamp and like that thing because it might be cheaper. Yeah. Now probably not, but I don't know.
Yeah, but look how lazy we are now. People are like, you have instant, what is it? Mail that you can get mailed right away. Then you have like standard. You got standard mail.
Oh, you could. Yeah. You could do it in 2. They made that a business too. You're like, God, you can't just everything. If you could do it 2 to 3, why am I waiting 5? If you can get it done in 2 to 3,
if you can get it done in 2 to 3, why am I paying more?
Yeah,
that was
like, dude. That was like Amazon Prime. That used to be a thing too. Oh God, one of the other guys on YouTube used to watch it. Joseph Buckley was talking about it, but same thing. Like it used to be that 2-day shipping all the time.
Instant, yeah.
And then now it's like, all right, you could do the 2-day shipping, but you got to pay more.
Yeah,
$140, $144 a year, whatever it is.
Yeah. Everything is all about being lazy and making stuff faster. That's it.
At the cost of what?
Our humanity.
God.
It's insane.
It is.
Look how many things we just touched on.
And that's just like right here.
That's literally just
everything
right
else
here.
out there.
Everything out there. It's like it's messed up, bro.
And it's been going on for thousands of years, and it will
going
continue to go on for thousands of years.
Well after we're gone, dude.
Yeah.
Well after we're gone. That's it.
All I imagine is 2 guys sitting in like Mesopotamia, just like this right now, and they're just like, "Can you believe it?" Just talking about the same.
Like this idiot freaking look at him. He's creating fire.
Oh, you think you're good? What are you gonna do with the fire?
Oh,
I eat nuts and grapes.
Like this guy, he just created something to sheathe your sword. How stupid is that?
Who needs to sheathe your sword?
You really need to create a little pocket for your sword.
Come on,
really?
Carry it and stab yourself in the leg while you're walking like a normal guy.
Literally.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This guy stairs. We used to climb.
Come on.
And now he's like steps.
Steps
for what?
I climb. I'm a man. Yeah.
And now, watch freaking 200, 300 years later. Like, to get podcasts out there, these guys used to have set up microphones and stuff. And now we just have a little device that we just clip to our foreheads and it just connects us to the
It's just like this.
It just connects us to the internet. And you're just like, oh, great. Okay. You're like, those must have been crazy times, man.
God, could you?
Yeah. Like people used to actually drink out of cups. Like now,
Okay, well, a cup is gonna be one of those. What are they gonna do with a cup?
You never know.
No,
they put it in a little pill, water.
You get your daily dose of hydration.
Just literally a little pill.
Like TikTok,
Tic-tac. You don't even eat hamburgers anymore.
God, that would be.
It's
that's
in the
like
shape
that.
Of a freaking Mento.
That's like.
Yeah, pop it in there. Like, oh my god, this thing had pickles. I didn't ask for pickles. I was supposed to get the one with no pickles. Poof, spit it out and put the other one in.
It's like that guy, the guy that lives who wants to live forever.
Oh, the rich dude.
That rich dude, yeah. I could not imagine, dude. That just takes the joy out of living.
Did you see that he had different ages to different parts of his body?
Yeah, I think you're telling me that.
He's like, I have the
heart of a 40-year-old.
Heart of a 40-year-old. I got the liver of a 50. Like, it's like, oh my god, that's insane. Because your body doesn't age the same.
Unison, yeah. Well, see, I could imagine something's weaker than the other, or like genetics and everything on top of that too.
Yeah, on top of it, it plays a big thing. But that's another topic, man. Would you want to live forever?
No. Oh.
You know what I would say? It's not selfish. If I could keep those that I love and care about around me forever, then I would want to live forever. Because then...
No, that's the point. If you're not with the people that you care about.
That's the one thing that stops me from saying yes. If I know for a fact that everybody else around me that I love and care for is going to die one day...
Yeah, why would you want
Then what's the point? But if everybody else is going to be around you, then, well, yeah, why not?
Round it up. Let's go.
Fantastic. I'm like, we're not going anywhere. Let's do this.
You're like vampires. You're going to be like Edward Norton. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Edward Norton's the guy.
No, the actor. I was going to say Edward Scissorhands. Edward, no. Who's the... Robert Pattinson's the actor.
Yes, and his character's name was Edward. Edward Norton is the guy that played the Incredible Hulk.
Wait, what is Edward... Who's the what is his vampire name?
Edward.
No, but he had a last name though.
I don't know. I know his name was Edward and Jacob. Jacob is the werewolf.
Wolf guy. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna irk me.
Edward. No. Everybody just call him Edward, bro.
Team Edward.
Team Jacob. I like Jacob. Jacob was he looked better. He was tan.
Yeah, he's the other guy was too pale. He's shining like diamonds in this.
What do you think about him as Batman? Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that, but I heard it was great.
Oh, it's good.
That's what I've heard.
It's good. It's much darker take.
Kind of seems like more like a
like a comic book esque.
The Dark Knight, like kind of like that.
He's darker than that.
Wow, the Black Knight.
Yeah. He's very like just like in his own thing.
Does
he still do the Playboy stuff?
Oh,
he seems very reserved.
Okay.
Yeah, compared to like when Christian Bale would play Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he would be like getting the ladies,
with the Ferraris and all this and that. You didn't see that with this character. It was just like a dark, depressed dude that hated criminals.
He's like, I hate him so much, I got to kill him.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's
pretty much, man. It was pretty brutal.
Well, when you're a billionaire, you can do what you want, right?
Yes.
Kill whoever.
Is that even feasible as a billionaire? Can you really do that?
Probably.
I don't...
But do you know? That's how good they are. They're able to keep that under wraps like nobody knows.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine, like, what's the guy I said from Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg.
That's why he's doing jiu-jitsu.
That's it.
He's like, I'm the skunk.
He's killing him.
Spraying people with his ass. He's like...
Smell that.
12 criminals caught today that smell like garbage.
What is that smell? They all got they got the same scent lingering on them.
They're all scared. Like, it's the skunk. He looks like an alien.
He does.
That dude has never seen the sun.
No, he is
It was the same with Elon. You seen that picture of him like at a beach? Extremely white.
Everybody says he's got he's holding a breath like in his chest, and he's like not exhaling.
It's true the way that he talks.
It's odd, man. Dude, that type of person. It's definitely there's definitely a type.
My company. You know
what I found out? I didn't realize. Speaking of him, I didn't realize he bought it from two guys in Sacramento. Tesla.
I didn't know that.
I did not know as these two Berkeley grads.
They must feel stupid.
Well, no. I think they all. I think they still
have
own
shares.
It. They have shares of it. Yeah.
They
But
just bought them from them.
No. As far as I understand, I mean, it could be, but it was two other people in Sacramento, and they were Berkeley grads. I did not realize that.
Huh.
Which it's so funny. Again, it's like you associate the face of a product with somebody.
With a certain guy.
Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Like, everybody thinks I used to think he used to make all those. I was like, how's this guy doing all these? Is he that good?
I guess.
No, but he was just the face.
No, he
of
was
it.
just the face.
Just
of
the
it.
face.
So what about those George Foreman grills?
I used to have one.
Really?
My dad did. Yeah.
How was it?
Horrendous. My steaks. We'd never had it. There was no sear. There was no grill marks. It was just a gray blob of meat. Oh my God.
I can't.
The things I used to eat, man.
Well, I mean, what do you? At that point, you're not thinking about cooking.
No, I was like 16.
When did you know about temperatures of steak?
I think I said medium. I think I used. It's like ordering like a drink. You say Jack and Coke because it's the only thing you know.
Yeah, right.
I would say medium rare because I was like that was the only thing I knew.
Really?
Yeah.
It was well done.
Oh God, no.
Dude, in the Middle East, there's no freaking.
There's no temperatures.
There's no temperature,
you know
bro.
why?
Just cook it.
Because they're doing it over an open flame with the leaf fanning it.
Yeah.
They don't have the control.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, they're like, no more blood. We're good. That's it.
Yeah. Thank God that's not the case.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grown on me to eat something, that's like, it's just, I don't have to freaking chew on it like a piece of gum.
Well, that's if you get it well done.
No, that's why. That's why it's more appealing now.
Yes,
because
yes,
now
yes.
I don't 3 hours. I'm like, oh my God.
It's like that Joey Diaz clip you showed. Joe Rogan.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, that guy puts me to sleep at night. I swear to God.
Yeah, your wife is like, what is he listening to?
What's going on, cocksuckers? And then she's just like, what are you watching? I'm like, this guy's hilarious.
Listen, she's like,
watch your Housewives. This is what I'm looking at.
Oh my God.
It's hilarious, dude. I just love him because he's just real.
Yeah.
He's just like, he is who he is.
And that's it.
Like
He's
it or not.
unapologetic.
No, he's like, whatever. He's like, I said this for the last 30 years. You think I'm going to change it for you just because you don't like it? It's offensive. Tough. Too bad. It's crazy, bro. But how long are those guys going to be around?
Like living or podcast? Or both?
Living. Like being a part of, like, because, his generation is it's going to leave eventually. That generation of not caring. Or like not,
you mean
not
like
really
that?
Like that. Like where he's like, dude, I said it for 30 years. I've been saying this word for 30 years. I ain't changing. It's over. It's done. To where now multiple people in society have to change to kind of mend with the rest of it, right? It's more like an older crowd that's like, this is the way I did stuff, and then maybe you pass it on to your kid.
Yeah.
But eventually it's going to get to that kid that's like, no, I want to be like everybody else. I want to talk like everybody else. I want to
act like
think
everybody
else. And then you just mold into that one person.
Yeah, again, that whole homogenization of things is like something I'm very curious about.
You need to have different opinions.
You have to.
Way. You have to.
There's no way.
Once you become the same person, then again, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You have no individualistic aspects to yourself.
Yeah,
you all like the same music, watch the same movies.
No, that's just dumb.
It's
like different. It's like the same. I could not imagine eating the same cuisine.
Yeah.
For the rest of my life.
Yeah, like it's not popular to eat sushi anymore.
I don't care about popular. It's delicious.
Exactly.
You
see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's an aspect of it. But then they're like, no. They're like, nobody else in my class eats sushi.
So?
Do I want to be the odd guy out?
It's funny. I think I hope as we progress and as we get older.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to be like a completely like inconsiderate, but it's like, I'm going to feel how I feel.
Yeah.
And that's it. And if
I think that comes with age.
People don't care. They don't care, right? Because they know, because they've been it, and it's like you shouldn't have to sacrifice who you are, to appease other people. Yeah. Like you're gonna be who you are. You're gonna attract who you are in a sense, in the people around you.
People, yeah.
And it's like, who cares?
Well, I mean, but you know what? Bill Burr was talking about that. Do you remember when he was talking about the guy from Duck Dynasty?
Yeah. Where he was saying like the whole like racist thing of it.
But his whole thing was, he goes, okay, for the first 20 to 30 years, right? You figure out your life, you get married, and you have kids, and then you're sucked in for 20 years.
Oh, that whole bubble
you're
thing.
Sucked in for 20 years raising these kids, or 18 years, or whatever it is, and then you pop back out, and then you're just like, oh! Exactly.
Yeah.
And then now the world's changed, and you're like, what? This is what's happening right now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, when did this happen?
Exactly.
But I'll tell you, I think now, because of our technology and stuff. I feel like you have a lot more
at your
people.
fingertips,
Well, you're kind of like more in the know.
This is stuck with us. So no matter how old we get, this is how we get our information. This is how we do stuff. This is how we figure stuff out. So we're not going to be as out of touch what's going on today as to the previous generations.
Which, God, you see that 6'7" thing? Mm-mm. Oh, God, don't. I don't even know what it is, but it's like this. The kids are like 6'7", and it's like, dude, sometimes I feel like, why do they, like, if you're out of it, you don't need to get in it.
Can you explain that concept?
I don't know what it is. It's this like 6'7" thing. I sound like a 60-year-old right now.
6'7"?
6'7". I'm gonna show you what I have no idea. That's the problem. I just hear 6'7", and it's like from something, and I'm hearing it
6'7".
like that, bro. And I'm like, you don't need to be in it. Is my thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, we're older, bro.
It's
like,
a fad.
It's a fad. Like,
like remember we were talking about earlier when you're hearing somebody that's older speaking like somebody that's younger. Remember that? And
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Dude,
you're 40.
Don't say lit. You're 45. Come on, bro. Lit. Just get a drink. Say drunk. Like.
Oh, bro. I remember. Look, mind you guys, I'm 25. Okay, I'm not that old. I said, fire. I'm like, that's fire. And then one of the hostesses, she goes, you still say that's fire? I'm like, what do you say? And it was, what the heck did she say? It's something. No, oh my God, dude, I forgot what she said. But it was something that was like close to it's fire, but it wasn't fire.
It was like a different acronym for it.
It was like a different
Not acronym, but
oh my God, gas.
It's the same thing.
That's gas.
It's the same thing. Dude, I hate that about slang.
That's gas. I'm like,
it's the same.
What's next, bro? Like, what, are you just going to keep bringing it down? Now it's not
different
fire.
Element.
It's, I guess.
It's carbon monoxide.
It's carbon monoxide.
I don't know.
That's carbon, bro.
It's carbon.
It's carbon.
I don't get it, dude. Did you hear?
So stupid.
Did you hear what they say? Okay, so you have like ejaculating, right? Just bear with. Bear with me for a second.
Where did we go?
Listen. It's in the slang regards.
Okay.
So like you've heard like busting a nut, blowing a load, choking the chicken, right? Have you heard the new one for coming or ejaculating or
what?
Gooning?
No.
How stupid does
Where
that?
does that even
Gooning?
come from?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gooning?
Gooning. Gooning.
Oh my God, I have heard it.
Dude? I feel like
Gooning.
Slang has to have a.
You can't even call somebody a goon anymore.
No.
You're like, yeah, he's a goon. You're like,
a goon, like a bad guy kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is that what it is? Like,
a
white sticky stuff on him?
That's insane.
To me, I don't understand the relation. Like, all right, like it's cold as brick outside, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's the same.
I could understand that. Like, it's like so cold, you're like tensed up and like tight like a brick.
Yeah.
Like, I could see the relation to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I could see the relation to the whole fire and honestly the gas thing at least. Like, I might think it's dumb,
hot.
but it's like I could get it.
It's cool.
The gooning has. I need to like do like an Urban Dictionary dig and like. There's no relation.
I would never understand that.
That's what I'm saying. You hear if somebody outside heard gooning, they'd have no understanding of what you're talking about.
No, zero.
If I said it's gas, I feel like you'd know. Like, oh, it's probably really good.
Yeah. Well, it's also the context.
Right. No, but I think, I gooned all over. You don't know what I'm talking about. That just sounds dumb. It's so stupid.
So dumb, bro.
It is.
I gooned all over.
That's what I'm saying. Like I gooned to an Easy Rider magazine.
I prematurely gooned.
I pre-gooned.
What? Dang, dude, this is gonna get worse and worse, isn't it?
It's just dumb.
Yeah, this is gonna get worse and worse, man. And that's just U.S. slang.
God, could you imagine all the foreigners and stuff like that too?
Imagine in England. The stuff they say.
Dude, some of the stuff in England, I'm telling you, it's. I feel like I like their slang a little bit more sometimes.
Like, think of this one. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, I don't get that one though.
It's a classic one.
Yeah, no, I know it.
It means like, and there you go. And Bob's your uncle.
I don't get that.
What do you? Why? Why is Bob my uncle?
Why couldn't it be somebody else?
How does that mean it's correct?
How does that?
Does everybody in England, was everybody called Bob? And then they always were an uncle? Why?
Everybody had a uncle named Bob.
Uncle named Bob. Dude, there was a comedian, I don't know if you've heard of him, Aries Spears. He was on Mad TV back in the day.
Maybe if I see him.
He used to play like, he was an impressionist. He'd be like Eddie Murphy. He'd do all this stuff, and it was hilarious. This guy was making fun of UK rap, and I almost pissed my pants laughing.
That funny?
Bro, because he did it an exact impression. He goes, what guy goes, and a boop, 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 and a chippity bop bop, and you. He's like, that shit is trash. He goes, there's nothing rap about it. He's like, the way that it goes, and he's like, how can you act hard talking like that? He's like, isn't it right? Yeah. He's like, don't you ever come around here? Yeah. And you're like, bro, oh my God, I just cried laughing. I'm like, this is an exact impression of like what UK rap sounds like.
Yeah, that you doing it was pretty good too. It literally sounds like it though. That's like there's so many accents. Again, it's like they just do not sound.
Yeah, but to them that's fire. But then he's coming from
that's gas.
That's gas. It's
good.
But to us, it sounds so foreign, and it sounds so like, because he's comparing it to U.S. rap, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, it's two different things, even though it's in the same like genre.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
the subgenre. It's like split off of rap.
Yeah, well, that's a whole thing in general that's changed. Like rap itself. You take the rap from, like the Tupac era, and you go back a little bit, before to the rap.
To the hip hop, the hippie.
Dude, hip hop hippie, that was a real freaking
hip hop hotimus.
Like somebody like back then that they thought that was gas.
They were like, sir,
it can't get any better.
You can't. That was it. That was the bee's knees.
And now you get the mumble rap.
And you get the you and you. I can't do the accent as well as you, but
a skibbity bop bop.
A 2 plus 2 is 4. Let's granted,
2 plus 2 is 4 when you're man.
Yeah. That was a parody, but
it's like
it's still very much on it though.
Yeah. You alright, bruv? Yeah.
You alright, bro?
You alright, bruv? Yeah. Hey, where you from, bro? Hey, don't you ever talk to me like that? Yeah.
He's from Kensington.
Yeah, and then you get the proper ones like hello.
Hello. Could you imagine them like proper British rap?
Oh, there's a guy that did it.
Really? That actually I would kind of be interested.
I would show you that video. Oh. It is hilarious, dude. Dang, the accents are another thing like another block is something else.
How do you mean?
You sound different. Like here, okay, you get certain states, right? California sound a certain way.
Oh yeah,
New York another way.
Yeah, of course.
Jersey's different. Over there, it's block by block. Like one.
Is it that different?
It's that different. It's that much difference in slang. It's that much difference in the terms of your accent. It's crazy how different it is. Like it's like a subculture in itself.
Oh. It sounds like the U.S. just like much more condensed.
Yeah, well,
it's a smaller place to begin with. I can say, but
Yeah, but it's just crazy. Yeah, you get those like street guys. I'm telling you that. I can't stop doing the accent because it's so fun. I'm sorry, bro.
He just wants to keep talking.
I do. It's like, don't you ever talk to me like that, yeah? Don't you ever? He's like, I know your mum. You know your mum? Because I know your mum. I've seen her around the block, yeah?
You know my Uncle Bob.
Bob's your uncle, right? Bob's your uncle, bro. Don't ever speak to me like that, fam. Don't ever speak to me like that, fam. You don't got the accolades, You don't got the accolades to speak to me like that, yeah? And then you give the proper guys, hello, sir. Pleasure to meet you. Like just like everything is like so in like
softer, and it's like much more intelligible. No, intelligible
because you can understand what they're saying.
Yeah,
and then those other guys, it's like same thing with Ireland, Scotland, bro. Completely, like I know everyone has their standards. Like a Scot sounds like this, an Irishman sounds like this.
Same thing with that whole like block thing, or
dude, A Glasgow accent sounds completely different from like somewhere like in another part of Scotland.
Yeah.
Like there's a part in Ireland where they sound more British and they get flagged for it. They call them Western Brits rather than Irishmen. And then there's other parts that are completely unintelligible.
In Ireland.
Dude,
I heard some guy, I think we might have talked about it when we were talking about accents some weeks back, but dude, some of the Scottish ones, it's like, what are you even saying?
They're choking on their tongue.
Literally, it sounds like.
He just asked how your day was. Like what?
It's like, how did you hear that from that?
The greatest day of my life, yeah.
It's the greatest
day of my life. The other day, a man came to me and told this. You're like, what? Did you just speak? Is there any fucking throw up on you? What's happening right now?
He's just spitting all over his face when he's speaking. Dude, I just don't. I want to know where it came from so badly.
I don't know.
It's like, where did it come from,
Laziness.
bro?
Some guy was lazy.
I didn't want to say the full word. So
What? I said the bill. What? Like, how'd you not understand the man? He's got a classic whatever accent. And you're like, dude, I can't understand what you're saying. And you're talking to me like that.
Oh my god. I was like, can you just write it down for me, please, with that feather ink pen, and just let me know what he said?
Yeah, at that point.
Oh my god.
Greatest day of my life.
That's the greatest day.
And they speak so fast.
That's the worst thing. I feel like they do that on purpose.
Dude, like, there was an interview, and they had some Americans on there, and there was a Scottish comedian. And this guy, I think they were talking about, oh my God, they were talking about a place in Canada. What is it called? Oh my God. Anyways, where this place is, Bret the Hitman Hart, that is a wrestler, Bret Hart.
Okay.
Was from there. And this guy literally said, okay, I'll just say it was Vancouver. Vancouver is Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart's from there. And they're like, did you get that? The other Americans were like, I couldn't understand. Even there was a British guy. He's like, I didn't understand what he said either, mate. There's nothing to understand. Bret the Hitman Hart's from there. And they're like, oh, Bret the Hitman Hart
is from there.
He's like, now I get it. He's like, I thought you were throwing up. It's so bad.
God, I'm gonna watch that more than I did. It's just Scottish accents in general.
Bret the Hitman Hart's from there. Excuse me?
It just sounds like mumble.
It is mumble. They don't open their mouth.
It's like ventriloquist, just like throwing their voice
That's
out.
It. It's just like, did somebody just speak? And you know what's insane? I'm not saying anything, but you could think that I'm probably saying something.
It sounds like something. Yeah. Like if unbeknownst to somebody,
no, it's
like
the highs and lows.
It just sounds like
words. Time in my life. Yeah.
He's having the greatest time of his life.
Greatest time of my everything. I don't know why that's my go-to line.
It's the greatest
time of my life, because there's so many vowels and they really elongate. The greatest time of my life. I could not believe it. And you're like, what are you talking about, mate?
It's the A. You are right. It's the vowels. It's just like
shite. What's another one?
All I think of is Shrek. I just can't not. Or Mike Myers, dude.
He made it popular. Like
he really did.
He you put it on the map of like that's what you sound like.
And it started with Fat Bastard.
Yeah,
I feel like for him.
No,
I don't know if it was
first. Was it not?
I thought Shrek was like 01 or 02.
No, because he did Fat Bastard in the second one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's when the character was first introduced. Oh. The more you know. The greatest time in my life.
The greatest time. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. On that note, guys, I know we've went on through a bunch of different topics, but we are going to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast as much as we did, and we will be seeing you soon.
Toodles.